Welcome to Relaxing Sleepy Science. You've arrived at a place where deep research meets a quiet mind. Thank you for listening to this compilation of Relaxing Sleepy Science. Tonight, we explore the intricate, complete history of the desert rain frog's nocturnal behavior. We will move through the shifting sand dunes of Namibia and South Africa to understand how the desert rain frog's nightly wanderings shape its unique existence. If you enjoy these gentle journeys, I invite you to like, subscribe, or share a thought below. But for now, there is nothing you need to do but relax. Soften. The desert air, a blanket of cool, dry weight, presses down on the sand. It's a world of subtle textures where the fine grains shift with the gentlest breath. Here, the desert rain frog, Brevesps macrops, spends its days burrowed deep, its presence a secret known only to the dunes. As the sun begins to retreat, a change ripples through the sand. The air grows cooler, heavier. The dunes, once still, start to whisper with life. The desert rain frog stirs, sensing the shift. Its small, stout body, yellowish-brown and speckled with sand, emerges from its hidden sanctuary. The frog's skin, rough and dry to the touch, is a map of its day-to-day journey. Sand adheres to it, excluding the smooth, sensitive patches around its mouth and nose. It's as if the desert itself has imprinted onto the frog's body a silent testament to their shared existence. As the frog begins its nightly wander, its small, weak legs leave faint imprints on the sand. It doesn't leap or hop like other frogs. Instead, it walks, its movements a slow, steady rhythm that echoes the pulse of the desert. The frog's eyes, large and round, reflect the dim light of the night. They're not the eyes of a creature that relies on sight to navigate its world. No, these are the eyes of a creature that listens, that feels its way through the darkness. The frog's ears, tiny and tucked away, pick up the faintest sounds. The rustle of a beetle, the flutter of a moth's wings, each is a potential meal. The frog's tongue, long and sticky, flicks out, snatching its subject with a speed that belies its slow, steady walk. As the night deepens, the frog's squeaking calls echo through the dunes. They're the frog's way of saying, "I am here. I am alive. And this is my home." The desert rain frog's nocturnal behavior is more than just a survival strategy. It's a way of life, a dance with the desert that has evolved over time. It's a testament to the resilience of life, even in the harshest of environments. As the night gives way to the dawn, the frog to its burrow. The dunes, once again, fall silent. But the sand holds the frog's story, a tale of survival and adaptation that plays out under the desert's vast canopy. As the night deepens, the desert rain frog's movements slow, its pace matching the gentle rhythm of the sand settling beneath its feet. You are the frog, drifting through the dunes, your body a small, stout vessel navigating the expanse. The sand, fine and gritty, adheres to your yellowish-brown skin, a constant reminder of your connection to this arid world. Each step you take leaves a faint imprint, a whisper of your passage that will soon be swallowed by the desert's shifting sands. Your skin, rough and textured, is not smooth like the glassy sheen of a pond's still water. It is a landscape in miniature, a dune-filled terrain that catches the night's cool breeze and holds the day's warmth. You feel the granules of sand as they press into your skin, a constant tactile map of your journey. The sand, once a barrier, now an extension of you, grounding you to this place, this time. Your body, heavy with the day's heat and the night's cool, sinks into the sand with each step. You are a weight, a force of nature pushing against the desert's crust. Your movements, slow and deliberate, are a dance with gravity, a give and take that echoes the tides. You are the desert's pulse, its heartbeat, a silent harmony played out on the dunes. Your eyes, large and round, are instruments of adaptation, evolved to catch the faintest glimmer of light, to discern the subtle shifts in the desert's canvas. They are windows to your world, reflecting the night's vast, starry expanse. Your ears, tiny and tucked away, are sensitive receivers, tuned to the desert's quiet harmony. They pick up the rustle of a beetle, the flutter of a moth's wings, the faint patter of a distant rain. They are broadcasters and receivers of the signals of your world, a constant stream of information that guides you through the darkness. Your tongue, long and sticky, is a projectile, a weapon evolved to strike with precision and speed. It flicks out, snatching its subject with a speed that belies your slow, steady walk. Your tongue is a silent hunter, a testament to your survival, a testament to your resilience. You are the desert rain frog, a creature of the night, a creature of the sand. You are a force of nature, a standing figure, a testament to life's enduring spirit in the harshest of environments. You are a story, a tale of survival and adaptation that plays out under the desert's vast, starry expanse. And in this stillness, in this silence, you are alive. As the night deepens, you are a whisper of movement across the dunes. Your journey is a dance of adaptation, a silent harmony played out on the sand. The night's canvas, vast and starry, reflects in your large, round eyes. They are not the eyes of a creature that sees clearly in the dark. They are instruments evolved to discern the faintest glimmer, to catch the subtle shifts in the desert's ever-changing landscape. Your ears tucked away are not the ears of a creature that hears the world's loud noises. They are sensitive receivers, tuned to the desert's quiet harmony, picking up the rustle of a beetle, the flutter of a moth's wings, the faint patter of a distant rain. They are antennas, broadcasting and receiving the signals of your world, a constant stream of information that guides you through the darkness. Your tongue, long and sticky, is not a tool of taste, but of capture. It is a projectile, a weapon evolved to strike with precision and speed. It flicks out, snatching its subject with a speed that belies your slow, steady walk. Your tongue, a silent hunter, is your survival, your resilience in the harshest of environments. You are the desert rain frog, a creature of the night, a creature of the sand. You are a force of nature, a standing figure, life's enduring spirit in the harshest of environments. You are a story, a tale of survival and adaptation that plays out under the desert's vast, starry canopy. And in this stillness, in this silence, you are alive. The desert's surface is a patchwork of shadows and light, a dance of moonbeams and starlight. Your journey takes you through these shifting patterns, your body a shadow among shadows. The sand, cool and inviting, welcomes your touch, bearing the imprints of your passage. Your footprints, tiny and distinct, are a trail of your journey, a map of your wanderings in the night. They are often found around patches of dung, where you feed on the moths, beetles, and insect larvae that gather, drawn by the rich, damp scent. The night's harmony, a chorus of creatures unseen, echoes around you. The soft rustle of a lizard, the faint chirp of a distant bird, the hum of a moth's wings, all are signals of life in the desert's quiet. You are a part of this harmony, your movements a rhythm in the night's grand composition. Your squeaking call, high-pitched and distinctive, is your contribution to this harmony, a signal to your kind in the darkness. Your burrow, a sanctuary in the sand, is your refuge from the day's heat. It is your understanding of the desert's cycles, your knowledge of the sands. You retreat into this sanctuary as the day breaks, your body tucking itself into the cool, dark embrace of the earth. And as the day fades into night, you emerge once more, a creature of the darkness, a standing figure of the desert's night. In the hush of the night, you find yourself adrift, your body a whisper in the sand. The desert's surface, a tapestry of shadows. And light shifts with the moon's gentle caress. Your passage leaves an imprint, a tiny distinct trail that winds around patches of dung where the night's feast awaits. Moths, beetles, insect larvae, they gather, drawn by the damp richness, unaware of your silent approach. The desert's harmony, a hushed chorus, echoes around you. A soft rustle, a faint chirp, the hum of wings, each a signal, a testament to life in the calm. Your squeak, high-pitched and distinctive, joins this harmony, a call to your kind in the darkness. It's a signal, a beacon in the night, a sound that carries far and wide, a testament to your presence in this open space. Your burrow, a sanctuary in the cool, dark embrace of the earth, awaits. It's a refuge from the day's heat, a sanctuary that knows the desert cycles, understands the sands. You retreat into this haven as the day breaks, your body tucking itself away, a standing figure of the desert's night. But now, in this stillness, in this silence, you are alive. The desert's surface, a patchwork of light and shadow, dances with the moonbeams. Your journey takes you through these shifting patterns, your body a shadow among shadows. The sand, cool and inviting, welcomes your touch, bearing the imprints of your passage. Your burrowing activities, a gentle dance with the earth, dislodge loose sand. This sand, once disturbed, tells a story of your presence, a tale of your wanderings in the night. It's a constant, a rhythm in the desert's composition, a sign of life in the calm. As the night progresses, you emerge once more, a creature of the darkness, a standing figure of the desert's night. The desert's vast, starry canopy watches over you, a silent guardian in the night. And so your journey continues, adrift through the desert's open space, a silent whisper in the sand. In the moonlit dance of the desert, you, a silhouette, drift through the shifting patterns of light and shadow. The sand, a whispering canvas, welcomes your touch, bearing the imprints of your nocturnal wanderings. Your burrowing activities, a gentle dance with the earth, dislodge loose sand, each grain a testament to your presence, a silent story etched into the desert's composition. The desert rain frog's habitat, a narrow strip along the western coast of southern Africa, is a world of sand dunes and shores. The surface, a seemingly endless expanse of yellowish-brown, stretches out under the starry canopy, a constant in your world. This is your domain, a harsh yet harmonious collection of life played out under the silent guardianship of the stars. The air, cool and inviting, carries with it the scent of distant rain, a promise of life in this arid world. It whispers about the day's heat, of the sun's relentless march across the sky, and of the moon's gentle touch on the sand. You, a creature of the night, breathe it in, your senses attuned to this world that comes alive as the day re. Your skin, yellowish-brown, is a canvas of its own, adorned with the ever-present grains of sand that cling to your body, a badge of honor earned from your constant dance with the earth. Only your mouth and nose are spared, smooth and sensitive, ready to seek out the night's bounty in the cool, dark embrace of the desert floor. As you drift, your small, stout body a shadow among shadows, the desert cycles become apparent. The rhythm of the night, the ebb and flow of the tides, the dance of the stars above, all weave together in a harmony that is as old as time. You are a part of this, a tiny, intricate instrument in this grand group, playing your role with quiet precision that has evolved over time. The desert's starry canopy, a silent guardian in the night, watches over you. Its constellations, eternal in their dance, bear witness to your journey. They have seen your kind before, have watched as your ancestors carved out a life in this harsh, unforgiving place. They will watch as your descendants carry on this legacy, a testament to life in the calm, a whisper in the sand. The desert rain frog's ecosystem is a delicate balance, a collection of life played out on the edge of existence. Here, in this harshest of environments, life finds a way, adapting, evolving, surviving. Your kind, a master of this art, has carved out a niche in this world, a world that is as much a part of you as you are of it. As the night progresses, you emerge once more, a creature of the darkness, a standing figure of the desert's night. The desert's starry canopy, a constant in your world, watches over you, a silent guardian in the night. And so your journey continues, adrift through the desert's expanse, a silent whisper in the sand. As the night deepens, your small, stout body continues its drift across the cool desert floor. The rhythm of your burrowing activities, a steady, silent harmony, becomes one with the desert's own heartbeat. The sand, a sea of tiny crystals, shifts subtly with your movements, leaving a trail of disturbed grains that settle back into place as you pass. You are a whisper in this open space, a shadow dancing with the night. The desert's vast canopy, an eternal witness to your journey, watches from above. Its constellations, ancient and wise, have seen your kind before, have watched as your ancestors carved out a life in this harsh place. They will watch as your descendants carry on this legacy, a testament to life's tenacity in the calm. Your destination, a small patch of sand near a lone acacia tree, beckons like a beacon in the night. Here, the desert cycles are most apparent. The rhythm of the wind, the ebb and flow of the tides, the dance of the stars above, all weave together in a harmony that is as old as time itself. You are a part of this, a tiny, intricate instrument in this group, playing your role with a quiet precision that has evolved over time. As you approach the acacia, the desert cycles begin to reveal their secrets. The tree, a standing figure in the night, stands as a testament to life's resilience. Its roots, deep and ancient, have tapped into the desert's hidden aquifers, drawing forth the life-giving water that sustains both tree and frog. The tree's leaves, green and lush, provide a sanctuary for insects, a source of sustenance for you. In this harshest of environments, life finds a way, adapting, evolving, surviving. Your kind, a master of this art, has carved out a niche in this world, a world that is as much a part of you as you are of it. But the desert cycles are not always harmonious. The rhythm of life here is disrupted by forces beyond your control. The desert's canopy, a constant in your world, watches as the cycles of life and play out below. It sees the open-cast diamond mines, their lights piercing the night, their machines carving up the desert floor. It sees the roads, their paths slicing through the sand, their vehicles kicking up clouds of dust that obscure the stars. These cycles, once in harmony, now clash, their patterns disrupted. The frog, a creature of the darkness, is a standing figure of the desert's night. Its burrowing activities, once a gentle dance with the night, now a desperate search for refuge in a world that is changing too fast. The desert canopy, a silent guardian in the night, watches as the frog's habitat shrinks, its cycles disrupted, its future uncertain. The frog's ecosystem, a delicate balance, is under threat. The desert's canopy, an eternal witness to life's process, watches as the cycles of life and play out below. Its constellations, ancient and wise, bear witness to the frog's journey, to the challenges it faces, to the battles it fights. They will watch as the frog's future unfolds, a testament to life's tenacity in the face of change. As the desert's canopy of stars watches, the rhythm of life below shifts, guided by the ancient dance of seasons. You, a silent observer, are drifting through the cool night, your path illuminated by the faint glow of the waning moon. The sand beneath your feet, once a constant companion, now feels different. Its grains coarser, its color deeper, as if the desert is preparing for a change. The air, too, has changed. It's heavier, carrying with it a scent that's almost imperceptible yet unmistakably present. It's the scent of the desert's awakening, a signal that the cycles of life are about to intersect in a collection of sound and movement. The desert, in its ancient wisdom, is calling out to its inhabitants, whispering secrets of reproduction that have echoed through generations. The call comes from the burrows, hidden beneath the sand's surface. You approach one such mound, its entrance barely visible, a small hole in the otherwise uniform expanse. The sand here is slightly loose, disturbed by the creature within, a testament to the frog's restless anticipation. As you lean in, you hear it, a high-pitched squeaking, a song of sorts, sung by the male frog to lure his potential mate. This is the breeding season, the desert's annual ritual of courtship and procreation. Between June and October, the male desert rain frog emerges from its burrow, a stout yellowish-brown body with sand adhering to its skin, save for the mouth and nose. Its small legs, barely capable of hopping, carry it to the surface, where it stands tall, its body tense, ready to sing its song. The squeaking, you now realize, is a complex composition, a series of notes and pauses that repeat in a rhythmic pattern. It's a courtship display, a performance designed to attract a female. The male, hidden from your view, is calling out, his voice carrying through the cool night air, a beacon for the female to follow. Meanwhile, the desert's vast, starry canopy above watches, its constellations bearing witness to this ancient ritual. The frog's body, a marvel of evolution, is designed for this moment. Its skin, yellowish-brown, provides perfect camouflage against the desert floor. Its small legs, seemingly inadequate for the task, are actually perfect for burrowing, allowing the frog to create intricate networks of tunnels beneath the sand. As you listen to the frog's song, you notice the sand around the burrow trembling slightly. The female, drawn by the male's call, is approaching. She too is a master of the desert, her body a study in adaptation. Her skin, like the male's, is yellowish-brown, her legs small, her body stout. She too has spent the day in a burrow, waiting for the night to call her out. The male's song intensifies, his body tense with anticipation. The female approaches, her movements slow, deliberate. She enters the burrow, and the male follows, their bodies disappearing into the sand, leaving behind only a slight disturbance, a ripple in the desert's quiet stillness of the grove. Inside the burrow, the male and female come together, their bodies entwined in a dance as old as life itself. The male's song, now muffled, continues, a soft, rhythmic beat that echoes through the darkness. The female, her body warm, lays her eggs, one by one, a clutch that can range from 12 to 40, each a tiny, fragile promise of life. The eggs, left to develop in the burrow, will not pass through a free-living tadpole stage. Instead, they will hatch into froglets, tiny replicas of their parents, ready to face the world, ready to carry on the desert's ancient cycle of life. The desert's vast starry canopy watches, its constellations bearing witness to the frog's journey, to the challenges it faces, to the life it creates. In the hushed sanctuary of the burrow, the male's song softens, its rhythm now a gentle pulsation that echoes through the compacted earth. His body, tense with anticipation, relaxes as the female's form approaches, her movements slow and deliberate, like the gentle morning. She is a study in adaptation, her body the desert's harsh environment. Her skin, like his, is a muted canvas of yellowish-brown, a masterpiece of camouflage against the sand's expansive landscape. Her legs are small, her body stout, the economy of movement required in this unforgiving terrain. She, too, has spent the day in the burrow's shelter, waiting for the night's cool caress to call her forth. As she enters the burrow, the male's body responds, his song shifting to a lower register, a subtle invitation. She approaches, her form a whisper in the darkness, her warmth a beacon in the cool sand. They come together, their bodies entwined in a dance as old as life itself, a dance of necessity, of survival. The female, her body now a furnace of warmth, begins to lay her eggs. One by one, they emerge, tiny, fragile orbs of promise, each the desert's resilience. They glisten in the dim light, their surfaces smooth and unblemished, like the first stars of the night. The clutch grows, 12, 24, 36, each egg a standing figure of life's tenacity in the face of change. The burrow, once a silent sanctuary, now hums with life, its walls resonating with the promise of renewal. The eggs, left to develop in this subterranean womb, will not pass through a free-living tadpole stage. Instead, they will hatch into froglets, tiny replicas of their parents, ready to face the world, ready to carry on the desert's ancient cycle of life. The desert, vast and empty, watches over this intimate ritual, its starry canopy a silent witness to the frog's journey. It watches as the froglets emerge, their tiny forms the desert's capacity for life, for renewal. It watches as they take their first tentative steps into the world, ready to face the challenges that lie ahead, ready to continue the desert's eternal cycle of life. And so, the desert's vast silent sea of silence bears witness to the frog's journey, a whispered tale of life in the face of change, the desert's enduring cycle of life. In the dimly lit burrow, the eggs, tiny and fragile, begin their journey. You notice them, nestled together, their surfaces smooth and unblemished. The female frog, her body now a furnace of warmth, has left them to develop in this subterranean womb. They will not pass through a free-living tadpole stage. Instead, they will hatch into froglets, tiny replicas of their parents, ready to face the world. The eggs, each a standing figure of life's tenacity, grow in number. 12, 24, 36, they accumulate, their collective presence a testament to the desert's resilience. The burrow, once a silent sanctuary, now hums with life, its walls resonating with the promise of renewal. The eggs, left to develop in this isolated environment, are a testament to the frog's unique reproductive strategy. You observe the eggs closely. Their surfaces are not perfectly smooth. Instead, they bear tiny, imperceptible pores, allowing for the exchange of gases between the egg and its surroundings. This subtle mechanism ensures the egg's survival in the oxygen-deprived environment of the burrow. As the days pass, the eggs begin to change. They darken, their once translucent surfaces turning opaque, a sign of the developing froglet within. This transformation is a result of the egg's internal structure becoming more complex as organs and systems form and grow. It is a process as intricate as it is miraculous, happening in silence and darkness, far from the prying eyes of the world above. The froglets, when they emerge, will be fully formed. They will not undergo a metamorphosis like many other frogs. Instead, they will be miniature versions of their parents, ready to face the challenges of the desert. This rapid development is an adaptation to the harsh, unforgiving environment of the Namib Desert, where time is a luxury that cannot be wasted. You drift through the burrow, your consciousness expanding to encompass the eggs, the burrow, the desert itself. You notice the interplay of elements, the interaction of life, the eternal cycle that binds all things. The desert, vast and silent, watches over this intimate ritual, its starry canopy a silent witness to the frog's journey. It watches as the froglets emerge, their tiny forms a testament to the desert's capacity for life, for renewal. As the days in the burrow pass, the eggs begin to transform. The once smooth, translucent surfaces roughen, their yellowish hue deepening to a rich, earthy brown. This is not a mere change in color, but a testament to the intricate process of life within. You notice the egg's outer layers, the vitelline membrane and the egg capsule, hardening and darkening. This is a process as complex as it is remarkable, happening in silence and darkness, far from the prying eyes of the world above. The transformation is not merely skin deep. Within each egg, a froglet is growing, its organs and systems forming and taking shape. The heart, a tiny rhythmic pulse, begins to beat, preparing for the day when it will sustain life outside the egg. The liver, the pancreas, the kidneys all begin their silent, patient work. The lungs, tiny and delicate, start to form, ready to inflate with the first breath of the desert air. This is not metamorphosis, but a rapid, efficient development, an adaptation to the harsh, unforgiving environment above. You drift closer, your consciousness expanding to encompass the eggs. You notice the interplay of elements, the interaction of life, the eternal cycle that binds all things. The desert, vast and silent, watches over this intimate ritual, its starry canopy a silent witness to the frog's journey. It watches as the froglets, fully formed, emerge from their eggs, ready to face the challenges of the Namib Desert. The desert, with its capacity for life, for renewal, bears witness to this journey. It sees the froglets, tiny and vulnerable, emerge from their protective shells. They take their first breaths, their first steps into the world above. And so the desert's vast, silent sea of life bears witness to the frog's journey, a whispered tale of life in the face of change, the desert's enduring cycle of life. As the egg's shells crack open, you notice the tiny, fully formed froglets emerging, their bodies glistening with the morning dew. The delicate skin of these newborns, still damp from their journey through the eggs, is a soft yellowish-brown, almost indistinguishable from the sand they will soon call home. Their tiny feet press into the sand, leaving minute imprints that will be erased by the desert's relentless winds. The froglets' eyes, small and beady, scan the world around them, taking in the world for the first time. You lean in closer, your consciousness expanding to encompass the froglets' first breaths. Their tiny lungs inflate, drawing in the cool, dry air. The froglets' hearts begin their steady rhythm, pumping life into these new, fragile bodies. The liver, pancreas, and kidneys, all fully formed, start their silent work, preparing these tiny creatures for the harsh world above. The desert watches over this intimate ritual. Its canopy provides a backdrop to the froglets' emergence. The desert, with its capacity for life and renewal, bears witness to this tiny miracle. It sees the froglets, so small and vulnerable, take their first tentative steps into the world above. And so, the desert's sea of silence bears witness to the frog's journey, a whispered tale of life in the face of change, the desert's cycle of life. Yet, amidst this cycle, a shadow looms. The desert, once vast and unspoiled, is now fragmented. Habitat loss has begun to follow the frog's ancestral home. The dune seas are now punctuated by gaps, the result of open-cast diamond mining and road construction. These wounds mar the desert's landscape. The desert, a battleground, processes to maintain its balance. The froglets, unaware of the threats that lurk, continue their journey. They burrow into the sand, their tiny bodies disappearing beneath the surface, leaving behind a slight disturbance in the sand, a whisper of their passage. Their destination: a safe haven, a burrow where they will wait out the harsh desert days, emerging only under the cover of darkness. But will they find such a haven in this fragmented landscape? The desert, once a sure bet, now a roll of the dice, holds its breath as the froglets embark on their journey. The desert, vast and silent, waits, its future uncertain, its fate intertwined with that of the tiny froglets beneath its surface. Under the waning moon, a subtle disturbance ripples across the desert surface. The sand, a canvas of cool night, bears the faintest imprint of tiny footprints, each one a testament to life's unyielding tenacity. You are drifting through the desert's vast embrace, guided by the whisper of a secret only the wind knows. The desert, once an unbroken expanse, now reveals gaps, wounds inflicted by the insatiable appetite of progress. These fragments, once islands of life, are now isolated remnants of a once great whole. Yet amidst this division, life persists, clinging to the margins, waiting for the dawn. The froglets, unaware of the world's shifts, burrow deeper into the sand. Their bodies, tiny and fragile, navigate the darkness with an innate surety. They are seekers, driven by an ancient instinct to find refuge, to survive. The sand, their medium and their protection, envelops them, a maternal embrace that shields them from the harsh world above. The froglet's destination is a burrow, a sanctuary where they will wait out the desert's fiery days. But in this fragmented landscape, such havens are not guaranteed. The desert, once a sure bet, now a roll of the dice, holds its breath as the froglets embark on their journey. The future, uncertain, balances on the tip of a blade, waiting for the scales to tip. The froglets' parents, those wise old souls of the desert, have passed on their knowledge in the calm language of genes. They have shared the secrets of survival, the rituals of life in this harsh, unforgiving land. The froglets, with their tiny bodies and big hearts, are the embodiment of this ancient wisdom, a testament to the desert's enduring cycle of life. But even as life continues, the desert's balance is precarious. The wounds of progress run deep, and the once seamless dune seas are now punctuated by gaps. The froglets, unaware, continue their journey, guided by instincts honed over time. They are the desert's hope, its future, a whisper of life in the face of change. The desert, vast and silent, watches. It sees the froglets take their first tentative steps into the world above. It sees the wounds, the raw and ugly reminders of man's presence. And it waits, its future uncertain, its fate intertwined with that of the tiny froglets beneath its surface. For in the desert life goes on, a whispered tale of survival in the face of change. As the first light of dawn breaks, you are cradled by the cool embrace of the desert, drifting through a landscape untouched by time. The grains of sand, like tiny iridescent jewels, catch the morning light, their surfaces reflecting the empty sky above. You notice a subtle disturbance, a gentle undulation, as something emerges from beneath the sand. A small yellowish-brown form, barely visible against the desert's golden hue, begins to take shape. The desert rain frog, a master of disguise, has been waiting patiently for the sun's warmth to signal the start of its day. Its skin, textured like the desert itself, bears the faintest hint of a pattern, reminiscent of the ancient dune patterns that stretch out around it. As it moves, you can see the delicate way it navigates the sand, each step carefully placed to minimize disturbance. The frog's eyes, tiny black beads, scan the horizon, taking in the open space of its domain. It is a world of subtle changes, a collection of light and shadow, where the slightest variation can signal danger or opportunity. The frog's nose, barely more than a slit, quivers ever so slightly, detecting the faintest scent of subject hidden beneath the surface. As the frog continues its slow journey across the dunes, you can't help but marvel at the intricate web of life that exists beneath the sand's surface. The desert may appear barren and desolate, but it is, in fact, a thriving ecosystem, a testament to the adaptability of life in even the harshest of environments. The frog's destination is a small burrow tucked away in the lee of a dune. As it approaches, you can see the telltale signs of its excavation, the loose sand piled up around the entrance. The frog disappears inside, its form swallowed up by the darkness. You wait, your curiosity piqued. Time passes, and the sun reaches its zenith, casting shadows across the desert lee. A small wet form emerges from the burrow. It is tiny, barely larger than a pea, its skin a delicate shade of green. This is no adult frog, but a froglet, a fully formed frog hatched from a single egg. The desert rain frog's unique reproductive strategy has resulted in a creature that is ready to face the world from the moment it emerges from its egg. The froglet, blinking in the bright sunlight, begins to make its way across the sand. It is a fragile thing, its body barely larger than a grain of rice, but it moves with a purpose, its tiny legs propelling it forward with surprising speed. It is a testament to the adaptability of life, a whisper of resilience in the face of change. As the froglet continues its journey, you can't help but feel a sense of awe at the intricate web of life that exists beneath the desert's surface. It is a world of subtle changes, a collection of light and shadow where the slightest variation can signal danger or opportunity. And as the froglet disappears into the distance, you are left with a profound sense of wonder at the mysteries that lie hidden just beneath the surface of our world. As the tiny froglet continues its journey, you notice the delicate shade of its skin, a faint green, almost translucent, like the first light of dawn. It's a stark contrast to the warm golden hues of the sand it traverses. You drift with it, your gaze following its every tiny step, the minuscule prints it leaves behind fading almost instantly in the desert's vast embrace. The froglet's journey is a whisper of life in the seemingly endless expanse, a testament to the resilience of life in the harshest of environments. As it moves, you observe the intricate patterns of light and shadow cast by the dunes, the way they dance with the froglet's form, a silent ballet of life and light. The sun, a relentless orb in the quiet stillness of the grove, casts long shadows, but the froglet persists, undeterred by the heat or the harsh landscape. It's a world of subtle changes where the slightest variation can signal danger or opportunity. And so the froglet moves, its tiny body a beacon of life in the desert's vast, silent expanse. You notice the way its legs propel it forward, their tiny movements propelling the froglet with surprising speed. It's a marvel of nature's engineering, a testament to the adaptability of life. You drift with it, your awareness expanding to include the delicate ecosystem that supports this minuscule creature. The desert, vast and seemingly inhospitable, is teeming with life, a whisper of resilience in the face of change. As the froglet continues its journey, you can't help but feel a sense of wonder at the mysteries that lie hidden just beneath the surface of our world. It's a world of subtle changes, a collection of light and shadow, where the slightest variation can signal danger or opportunity. And as the froglet disappears into the distance, you are left with a profound sense of wonder at the intricate web of life that exists just beyond our immediate perception. The desert, vast and seemingly empty, is a testament to the resilience of life, a whisper of the mysteries that lie hidden within our world. You drift through the desert, your awareness now attuned to the minuscule details that make up this open space. The sun, a relentless orb, casts its gaze upon the landscape, tinting it in hues of gold and amber. You notice the way the sand shifts under your virtual touch, each grain a tiny world unto itself, bearing the desert's ancient history. The dunes, like waves frozen in time, bear witness to the wind's eternal dance, their curves and slopes whispering tales of the past. The desert rain frog, a master of camouflage, blends seamlessly with its surroundings. Its skin, a yellowish-brown canvas, is adorned with the very sand it inhabits, save for the delicate nostrils and mouth that hint at the life within. As you move closer, you can see the subtle rise and fall of its back, the gentle rhythm of its breath syncing with the silent beat of the desert's heart. The frog's eyes, small and dark, reflect the world around it, a tiny mirror of the open space. They seem to hold the secrets of the desert, the echoes of time etched in their depths. You lean in, your gaze meeting theirs, and for a moment you are transported. The desert, once a seemingly empty expanse, is now a teeming world, a whisper of resilience in the face of change. The frog's legs, tiny and strong, propel it forward with surprising speed. Each step is a marvel of nature's engineering, a testament to evolution's handiwork. You follow it, your awareness expanding to include the delicate ecosystem that supports this minuscule creature. The desert, vast and seemingly inhospitable, is teeming with life, a collection of light and shadow where subtle changes can signal danger or opportunity. As the frog digs into the sand, you notice the way it moves, its body a fluid dance of survival. Its burrow, a sanctuary from the harsh desert sun, is a masterclass in adaptation. The walls are lined with a thin layer of water, a clever way to keep the frog hydrated in this arid environment. The frog's unique characteristics and the importance of conservation efforts are crucial in its survival. The desert rain frog's breeding season is a time of change, when the silent desert comes alive with the sounds of life. The males call out to the females, their voices high-pitched, echoing through the night. The females respond, their bodies ready for the dance of reproduction. The eggs, tiny and delicate, are laid in the burrow, a new generation of life waiting to emerge. The desert rain frog's adaptations to the harsh desert environment are a testament to life's resilience. They are a beacon of hope, a reminder of the mysteries that lie hidden within our world. As the frog continues its journey, you are left with a profound sense of awe at the intricate web of life that exists just beyond our immediate perception. The desert, vast and seemingly empty, is the resilience of life, the importance of conservation efforts. You gaze at the minute grains of sand, each one a world in its own right, glinting under the silver caress of the moon. The desert rain frog, a master of this granular world, leaves no trace of its passage, save for the whisper of its journey, etched in the delicate dance of the sand dunes. As you draw closer, you notice the frog's skin, a landscape of yellowish brown, an exquisite tapestry woven with the very fabric of the desert itself. Sand clings to its body, a testament to its burrowing prowess, a silent testament to its intimacy with the earth. Yet, around its mouth and nose, the sand a respectful distance, as if even the desert knows the importance of breath, of life's first whisper. Your attention shifts, drawn by the faintest of sounds, a high-pitched squeak, a tiny cry in the night. It's the desert rain frog, its voice a mere echo of its surroundings, a fleeting moment of sound in the endless collection of silence. This squeak, this tiny plea is its call, a beacon in the night, guiding the female towards the male, towards the interaction of life that awaits them in the depths of the sand. The frog's body, stout and sturdy, is built for this world, for the relentless march of time it inhabits. Its legs, small and unassuming, are not built for leaping, but designed for the slow, steady march across the sand, for the careful excavation of burrows that will become the cradle of life. You linger, your gaze now drawn to the frog's footprints, tiny imprints in the sand, a silent narrative of its journey. Each print tells a story, a tale of survival, of adaptation, of life's persistent march against the odds. The frog's prints are not the only marks it leaves behind. As it moves, the sand shifts, the loose grains dislodged by its passage, creating a visual whisper of the frog's journey. This dance of sand, this delicate interplay of matter and motion, is the frog's signature, its mark on the world, a silent testament to its existence. Your mind wanders, drifting back through time, back to the origins of this frog's lineage. You imagine the first desert rain frog, its skin smooth, its body unmarked by time, its journey just beginning. You see it, this tiny creature, its existence a mere flicker in the open space of time. Yet here it is, its lineage persisting, its story continuing, a testament to life's resilience, to its unyielding will to survive. The frog, this tiny creature, is a symbol of the desert, of its vastness, of its mysteries. It is a whisper of the ancient, a fleeting moment in the endless interaction of life and time. As you gaze, as your attention follows the frog's journey, you are left with a profound sense of awe, of respect for this tiny creature, for its silent, unassuming power, for its story etched in the delicate dance of the sand. As you gaze upon the frog's footprints, tiny imprints in the sand, a silent narrative of its journey, you notice the texture of each print, a delicate interplay of moisture and grain. The frog's feet, smooth and unblemished, press into the sand, leaving behind a mark that bears witness to its passage. Each print tells a story, a tale of survival, of adaptation, of life's persistent march against the odds. The frog's skin, yellowish-brown, is a canvas for the sand that clings to it, excluding the mouth and nose. It's as if the desert itself has marked the frog, claiming it as one of its own. The frog's body, stout and robust, is a testament to its ability to endure the harsh conditions of its habitat. It walks, not hops, its small legs propelling it across the sand with a quiet determination. As the night deepens, the frog becomes more active. Its eyes, large and dark, scan the landscape, searching for potential subject. Its tongue, long and sticky, flicks out, ready to snare any unsuspecting insect that crosses its path. The frog's senses are heightened, its body attuned to the subtle changes in its environment. It can feel the vibrations in the sand, hear the faintest sounds, and smell the slightest changes in the air. The frog's most remarkable sense is its ability to detect light. Its eyes, though they seem simple, are equipped with a unique feature. They contain a reflective layer behind the retina, a trait shared with only a few other animals. This layer, called the tapetum lucidum, reflects light back through the eye, allowing the frog to see in the dimmest conditions. It's as if the frog has its own internal light source, a tiny glowing beacon guiding it through the darkest nights. This ability to see in the dark is not just a survival mechanism, but a testament to the frog's deep connection to its environment. The desert, with its vast empty spaces and the moonless nights, demands such adaptations. The frog, with its reflective eyes, is a symbol of the desert, a whisper of its ancient mysteries. It is a creature that has learned to navigate the darkness, to find light in the most unexpected places. As you watch the frog, you are struck by the intricacy of its design, the elegance of its adaptations. It is a creature that has evolved in harmony with its environment, a testament to the resilience of life in the face of change. And as you drift, as your gaze follows the frog's journey, you are left with a profound sense of awe, of respect for this tiny, minuscule creature, for its silent, unassuming power, for its story etched in the delicate dance of the sand. The desert rain frog sits quietly, its tiny body motionless. This is no mere stillness, but a low-pitched hum, a gentle murmur, a soothing sound. The frog's skin, a canvas of yellowish brown, bears the testament of its sandy home. The grains cling to it, each one a tiny speck of its world, a reminder of the dunes it traverses. It's not smooth nor rough, it's textured like the very sand it calls home. The frog's feet, small and unassuming, press into the sand, leaving behind footprints that tell a story of their own, a tale of stability under the cover of darkness. The desert at night is a collection of silence, but for the frog, it's a heaven of sensory delights. Its eyes, seemingly simple, hold a secret. Behind the retina, a reflective layer, the tapetum lucidum, glows faintly, guiding the frog through the darkest nights. It's as if the frog carries its own gentle light, a beacon lighting its way through the endless dunes. The frog's body, stout and robust, is a masterclass in adaptation. Its legs, small and perfectly suited to its terrestrial life, propel it forward, their movements causing tiny shifts in the sand like ripples on a miniature beach. The frog's burrowing activities a gentle dance, leave behind a trail of loosened sand, a testament to its underground life. As you drift with the frog, you're drawn into its world, a world that's silent yet alive with unseen activity. The frog's presence, its footprints, its burrowing, they're all whispers of its existence, echoes of its life in the desert. And as you drift, you're left with a profound sense of respect for this tiny creature, for its gentle, unassuming power, for its story etched in the delicate dance of the sand. In the loosened sand, you are drifting, guided by the faint glow of the desert rain frog's reflective eyes. The tapetum lucidum, a whisper of light in the dark, a path through the endless dunes, is not a beacon, but rather a gentle assistance that allows it to navigate the desert's open space. The frog's body, robust and stout, is a testament to its terrestrial life. Its legs, small and unassuming, propel it forward, their movements causing subtle shifts in the sand, like ripples on a miniature beach. The frog's burrowing activities, a gentle dance, leave behind a trail of loosened sand, a testament to its underground life. As you drift with the frog, you're drawn into its world, a world that's silent yet alive with unseen activity. The desert rain frog's habitat is characterized by sandy shores and sand dunes with a narrow strip of land along the western coast of southern Africa. This is not an open space of open desert, but an intricate web of life where every creature plays its part. The frog's burrowing activities contribute to this web, aerating the sand, mixing the layers, creating microhabitats for other organisms. The frog's skin, yellowish-brown, is textured, allowing it to blend seamlessly into its environment. It's not a camouflage, but rather an adaptation, protecting the frog from the harsh desert sun. The frog's diet is not a buffet of desert delights, it's a menu of opportunity. It feeds on moths, beetles, and insect larvae, its meals dictated by what the desert provides. The frog's feeding habits are not a dance-off, they're a quiet exchange, a transaction between the frog and its subject, a silent agreement that allows the frog to survive in the harsh desert environment. The frog's reproduction is not a grand spectacle, it's a private moment between the male and female frog. The frog's eggs, not its offspring, are its legacy, its contribution to the next generation. The desert at night is not a collection of silence. It's a whisper of life, a quiet exchange between the creatures that call it home. The frog squeaks, its footprints, its burrowing. They're all whispers of its existence, echoes of its life in the desert. And as you drift, you're left with a profound sense of respect for this tiny creature, for its silent, unassuming power, for its story etched in the delicate dance of the sand. The desert night deepens. You are drifting through the dunes, your gaze tracing the path of the frog's burrow. The sand, disturbed by its movements, is a map of its journey, a silent testament to its life beneath the surface. The frog's eggs, nestled in the cool, moist depths, are a promise of life, a secret whispered by the desert itself. You notice the eggs, a cluster of tiny, clear orbs, each one a world in miniature waiting to hatch. They are not mere orbs, but fragile capsules housing the potential for new life, a legacy of the frog's existence. The frog's eggs are not simply a product of reproduction. They are a testament to its life in the desert, a silent echo of its survival. The frog's eggs are not the only signs of life in the burrow. You see the faint glimmer of insect larvae trapped in the sticky threads of a spider's web. The spider, hidden in the shadows, is a patient hunter, its web a silent trap, waiting for its next meal. The desert at night is not a collection of silence. It is a whisper of life, a quiet exchange between the creatures that call it home. The spider's web is not the only web spun in the desert. Above you, the night sky is a vast, delicate web spun by the stars. The stars, like the spider, are patient hunters, their light a silent trap, waiting for the right moment to reveal their secrets. The desert at night is not a blank canvas. It is a tapestry, woven with the threads of light, a silent story of the world. The frog's eggs, the spider's web, the stars above, they are all threads in the tapestry of the desert night, a silent testament to the life that thrives in the harshest of environments. As you drift, you are left with a profound sense of respect for this tiny, minuscule creature, for its silent, unassuming power, for its story etched in the delicate dance of the sand. As you drift through the desert night, the burrow's entrance blurs into view. A small dark opening in the sand. You are a whisper on the breeze, a silent observer to the life that thrives beneath the surface. The edges of the burrow, once crisp and defined, now seem to waver, losing their clarity in the cool, moonlit air. Inside, the frog's eggs, once clear orbs, are now vague shapes, their surfaces glistening with a film of moisture. They are fragile capsules, housing the potential for new life, a legacy of the frog's ancient existence. The eggs, once distinct, now merge into one another, their boundaries blurring like gentle movements. The burrow's walls, once solid and firm, now seem to pulse, their sandy surfaces undulating gently, as if the desert is breathing. The sand, once a rigid medium, is now a fluid, shifting landscape, its grains sliding and shifting. The desert at night is a vast, intricate network, a web of life that thrives in the harshest environments. The burrow is a node in this network, a connection point in the desert's quiet rhythms. The frog, once a clear figure, is now a vague, shadowy form, its movements slow and deliberate like a dancer in a dream. Its burrowing activities, once distinct, are now a blur, a gentle, rhythmic dance with the sand. The desert night is not a blank canvas waiting for the sun to tee its light. It is a vast, intricate tapestry woven with the threads of life, a silent story of survival. The frog's eggs, the burrow's walls, the sand itself, They are all threads in this tapestry, a silent testament to the life that persists in the face of change. As you drift, the lines between the frog, the burrow, the sand, and the night begin to blur. The edges of your perception soften, and you find yourself not merely observing, but becoming a part of the desert night. The desert at night is not a place. It is a state of being, a quiet, open space of existence, a silent collection of life. As the burrow's walls continue to pulse, their sandy surfaces undulating like gentle ocean waves, you are drifting through the desert night, carried along on the quiet exchange between the wind and the sand. The edges of your perception soften, blurring the lines between the frog, the burrow, and the desert itself. The frog's form, once distinct, is now a vague, shadowy figure, its movements slow and deliberate, like a dream dancer in a silent film. You notice that the frog's burrowing activities are no longer distinct and clear. Instead, they seem to be a gentle, rhythmic dance with the sand, a silent conversation between the frog and its environment. The desert night is no longer a silent, empty expanse, but a vast, intricate network, a web of life that thrives in the harshest of conditions. The burrow is not a solitary sanctuary. It is a node in this vast network, a connection point in the desert's silent harmony. The frog's eggs, once clearly visible, are now less distinct, their surfaces glistening like tiny, delicate pearls nestled in the sand. They are not merely eggs. They are promises, whispers of life waiting to be born into the desert's quiet embrace. The burrow's walls, once firm and solid, are now fluid, shifting landscapes, their sandy surfaces undulating like the sands of time. In this quiet exchange, the frog's body is not a static entity. It is a dynamic system, constantly interacting with its environment. The frog's skin, once described as yellowish-brown, is now a shifting canvas, its color changing subtly with the desert's ever-shifting light. The frog's legs, once seemingly insignificant, are now tools, capable of moving the frog through the sand with a grace that belies their size. The desert at night is a state of being, a quiet, open space of existence. The frog, the burrow, the sand, the night itself, they are all threads in this tapestry, a silent testament to the life that persists in the face of the desert's harsh realities. The frog's eggs, the burrow's walls, the sand itself, they are all part of this dance, this silent collection of life that plays out under the desert's vast canopy. As the desert night deepens, the burrow's walls begin to lose their definition, their sandy surfaces blurring into the encroaching darkness. You notice the eggs. Nestled within, their glistening surfaces now more akin to distant specks of light than distinct entities. The once crisp edges of the burrow soften, merging with the surrounding sand, creating a sense of fluidity, as if the burrow itself is a living entity, expanding and contracting with the rhythm of life. The desert night, once a vast, empty canvas, now appears more like a dense, star-filled sky, its countless grains of sand reflecting the faint moonlight, each one a tiny, glittering speck. The burrow, once a distinct structure, becomes vague, irregular shape, its edges melting into the sand, becoming one with the desert itself. The frog, once a clear, defined form, shifts, vague presence, its body blurring into the surrounding sand, becoming a part of the vast, undulating landscape. Its legs, once tools, are now mere suggestions, their movements slow, languid, as if the frog itself is drifting through a dream, A silent, surreal interaction of life played out in the desert's vast, starlit stage. The eggs, once a promise of life, are now whispers of a distant, uncertain future, their surfaces shimmering like distant galaxies, their very existence a mystery, a secret shared only between the frog and the desert itself. The burrow, once a sanctuary, a place of transformation where the frog's eggs are not merely incubated but transformed, shaped by the desert's silent, ancient forces. As you drift through this vague, shifting landscape, you notice the egg's surfaces are no longer smooth but textured, their tiny, delicate forms now bearing the imprint of the desert itself, its sands etched into their very being. The eggs are no longer mere objects, but entities, their surfaces a map of the life that persists in the face of harsh realities. The desert night, once a place of silence, is now a collection of subtle sounds, a whispered lullaby sung by the desert itself. The sand, once a still solid surface, is now a sea of tiny shifting grains, each one a tiny delicate voice singing a song of life, a melody shared only between the desert and the night. The burrow, once a silent sanctuary, is now a chamber of echoes, its walls resonating with the desert's ancient, rhythmic song. As you drift through this landscape, you notice the egg surfaces are no longer still, but pulsing, their tiny, delicate forms now beating in time with the desert's ancient, rhythmic heart. The eggs are no longer mere objects, but entities, their surfaces a map of the life that persists in the face of harsh realities. The desert night, once a place of silence, is now a collection of subtle sounds, a whispered lullaby sung by the desert itself. The sand, once a still solid surface, is now a sea of tiny shifting grains, each one a tiny delicate voice, singing a song of life, a melody shared only between the desert and the night. The burrow, once a silent sanctuary, is now a chamber of echoes, its walls resonating with the desert's ancient rhythmic song. As the desert night deepens, the burrow's entrance begins to shift, its edges blurring like a faint memory. The sand, once a solid surface, now undulates, tiny grains dancing in the cooler air, each one a whisper of the desert's ancient song. The eggs, no longer distinct, merge with their surroundings, their surfaces a vast undulating expanse, a testament to life's persistence in the face of harsh realities. You are drifting through this vague landscape, the burrow's entrance now a mere suggestion, a faint outline in the night. The eggs, once distinct, now blend with the desert, their surfaces pulsing, beating in time with the desert's ancient heart. The burrow, once a silent sanctuary, chamber of echoes, its walls resonating with the desert's rhythmic song. As you drift, you notice the egg surfaces are no longer smooth. Instead, they are etched with intricate patterns, like the desert itself, its sands etched into their very being. These patterns, once distinct, now blur, their edges softening, losing definition. The desert night, once a place of subtle sounds, a whispered lullaby sung by the desert itself. The eggs, once separate entities, now seem to merge, their surfaces touching, their forms blurring. They are no longer individual objects, but a single, undulating expanse, a vast pulsating entity that seems to breathe with the desert itself. The desert, once a harsh, unforgiving place, now living, breathing entity, its heart beating in time with the egg's timeless pattern. The eggs, now indistinguishable from the desert itself, seem to absorb the night, their surfaces reflecting the faint light of the distant stars. The desert, now a vague, undulating landscape, a testament to the blurred line between life and the desert itself. As the desert night deepens, the eggs seem to fade, their surfaces losing definition, their forms blurring. They are no longer distinct, but a part of the desert itself, their ancient song now a whisper, a faint echo in the night. The desert, now a living, breathing entity, its heart beating in time with the egg's timeless pattern, a rhythm that seems to echo through the very sands themselves. In the fading light, you notice the egg's surfaces no longer hold their initial sharpness. Instead, they bear intricate patterns, like the desert's own etches, its sands imprinted upon them. These patterns, once clear, now blur, their edges softening, losing definition. The desert night, once a silent harmony, now hums with a soothing lullaby sung by the desert itself. The eggs, once distinct, seem to merge, their surfaces touching, their forms blurring. They are no longer individual entities, but a single undulating expanse, a vast pulsating entity that seems to breathe with the desert's timeless pattern. The desert, now a living, breathing entity, reveals itself as a harmonious whole, its heart beating in time with the egg's timeless pattern, a rhythm that echoes through the sands themselves. The eggs, now indistinguishable from the desert, seem to absorb the night, their surfaces reflecting the faint light of distant stars. As the desert night deepens, the eggs seem to fade, their surfaces losing definition, their forms blurring. They are no longer distinct, but the desert itself, their ancient song now a whisper, a faint echo in the night. Now, as you drift through the desert night, you notice the eggs' patterns changing. They are no longer the desert's etches, but something else, something more abstract. They seem to shift and change, like the desert is breathing life into them. The eggs, once a part of the desert, are now something more. They are a reflection of the desert's ancient spirit, a manifestation of its vast, undulating expanse. You notice your heart beating in time with their rhythm, your breath matching the desert's own. You are no longer an observer, but a participant, connected to the desert's ancient song. As the desert night deepens, the eggs blend into their surroundings. Their surfaces lose their sharpness, becoming a part of the desert. You are drifting through this undulating landscape, a testament to the blurred line between life and the desert. The eggs' patterns shift, no longer the desert's etches, but something abstract, like the desert itself is breathing life into them. They dance, shift, and change, reflecting the desert's ancient spirit. You notice your heart beating in time with their rhythm, your breath matching the desert's own. You are no longer an observer but a participant, a reflection of the desert's ancient song. This place of isolation is now a place of connection, where you are something much greater than yourself. The desert is now a harmony, a whispered lullaby sung by the desert itself, and you, its timeless pattern. The egg's surfaces show signs of wear. The desert's gentle winds and creatures passing have left their marks. These marks tell a story of time, of the desert's unhurried pace. The eggs seem robust, their surfaces hardened by the desert's sun and cold. As you continue to drift, you notice the eggs' patterns changing. They seem to mimic the constellations above, the desert's night sky reflected in miniature. The eggs are a map, a guide to the desert's secrets. The eggs' interiors seem opalescent, their contents obscured by a milky haze. This haze seems inviting, a promise of mysteries yet to be revealed. You seem to hum with a quiet energy, a testament to the life within, waiting, biding its time. You seem connected, a network of ancient knowledge passing between them. The eggs seem to communicate, to share secrets in the desert's ancient language. They are a puzzle, a riddle waiting to be solved. They are a testament to the desert's enduring mystery, a silent, still place that is much more than meets the eye. As you continue to drift, the egg surfaces, once smooth and uniform, now show signs of wear. The desert's gentle winds and the occasional creatures passing have left their marks. These marks, once mere imperfections, now tell a story of time, of the desert's unhurried pace. The eggs, once small and fragile, now seem robust, their surfaces hardened by the desert's relentless sun and biting cold. You notice the eggs' patterns changing. They are no longer the desert's etches, but something more intricate, more complex. The eggs' interiors, once clear and transparent, now seem opalescent, their contents obscured by a milky haze. This haze, once a barrier, now seems inviting, a promise of mysteries yet to be revealed. The eggs, still and silent, hum with a quiet energy, a testament to the life within, waiting, biding its time. Isolated, they now seem connected, a network of ancient knowledge passing between them. Simple, they are now a puzzle, a riddle waiting to be solved. They are a testament to the desert's enduring mystery, a silent, still place that is much more than meets the eye. As you drift closer, the eggs' forms begin to blur at the edges. Their distinct shapes start to merge into one another like gentle curves. The desert, once an open space, now seems to close in around you, its boundaries becoming less distinct. The eggs, once separate entities, merge, their surfaces touching, their interiors intertwining. The desert's ancient secrets, once hidden, reveal themselves, one blurring edge at a time. The desert's gentle winds pick up, their rhythm changing, becoming more insistent. Their hushed tones whisper secrets, a counterpoint to the desert's gentle song. The wind's touch, once light and fleeting, now seems more persistent, their fingers tracing the eggs' surfaces, leaving trails of sand in their wake. The sand, once a mere backdrop, now seems alive, its grains shifting, moving in harmony with the wind's touch. The eggs' surfaces, once smooth and hard, soften, their textures shifting under your touch. The desert's ancient secrets, once hidden, reveal themselves, one blurring edge at a time. The eggs, once a mystery, offer a glimpse into their heart. They speak in a quiet, persistent hum, a testament to the life within, waiting, biding its time. As the desert's gentle winds continue to whisper their ancient secrets, the eggs, once distinct, begin to merge. Their surfaces, once so clear and defined, start to blur into one another like the gentle blending of two hues. You notice that the desert, once an open space, now seems to soften around you, its boundaries becoming less defined. The eggs, now more than mere objects, seem to pulse with life, their interiors intertwining, their surfaces yielding to the wind's touch. The wind's fingers, once light and fleeting, now seem more persistent, tracing the eggs' surfaces, leaving trails of sand in their wake. The sand, once a mere backdrop, now seems alive, its grains shifting, moving in harmony with the wind's touch. The egg surfaces, once smooth and hard, yield to the wind's touch, giving way, like the desert itself yielding to the gentle caress of the winds. As you drift through this landscape, you notice that the egg's interiors, once hazy and unclear, begin to clear. Their contents become more distinct, and you can see the tiny forms within, their shapes shifting, moving in time with the desert's rhythm. The eggs, once a mystery, now offer a glimpse into their essence, speaking in a quiet, persistent hum, a testament to the life within, waiting, biding its time. You find yourself drawn closer, your curiosity piqued by these strange orbs. As you lean in, you notice that the egg's surfaces, once smooth, now bear tiny, intricate patterns, like the tracks of the winds themselves, etched into the egg's surfaces. These patterns, once invisible, now seem to dance under the desert's ancient moonlight, their shapes changing, shifting like the desert itself. The eggs, now more than mere objects, seem to beckon you, inviting you to listen, to understand their language, their story. As you listen, you notice that the egg's surfaces, once cold and hard, now seem to warm under your touch, their heat pulsing in time with the desert's rhythm. The eggs, once so distant, now seem to draw you in, their warmth the promise of the life within, waiting for the right moment to emerge. As you drift through this landscape, the desert's ancient secrets continuing to reveal themselves, one subtle nuance at a time, you find yourself drawn deeper into this world, a world where the boundaries between objects and environment, between life, between past and present, seem to blur, merge, and disappear. In the calm of the night, you are drifting through the desert, the fine sand beneath you, a canvased head with the tales of the night. The grains, once so separate, now seem to merge, their boundaries blurring under the ancient moonlight. You notice the sand, no longer smooth, but etched with intricate patterns, like the whispers of the wind itself, carved into the desert's surface. The patterns, once invisible, now dance under the moonlight, their shapes shifting, changing, like the desert itself. As you lean in, you feel the sand's texture, once so harsh, now softening, yielding to your touch. It's as if the desert, once so distant, is now inviting you in, its secrets eager to be shared. You find yourself drawn deeper, your fingers tracing the patterns, feeling the stories they hold. The sand, once so cold, now seems to warm under your touch, its heat pulsing in time with the desert's rhythm. You notice the warmth, once so subtle, now growing, intensifying, like the desert itself, awakening from its slumber. As you drift further, you hear a sound, once so faint, now growing louder. It's a squeaking, a high-pitched call echoing through the night. The sound, once so distant, now seems to draw you in, its momentum impossible to ignore. You find yourself following it, your curiosity piqued by this strange, otherworldly melody. The sound leads you to a burrow, its entrance barely visible, a small opening in the sand. The burrow, once so still, now seems to beckon you, inviting you to listen, to understand its language, its story. As you lean in, you notice the burrow's walls, once so smooth, now bearing tiny, intricate patterns, like the tracks of the winds themselves, etched into the sand. The patterns, once invisible, now seem to dance under the moonlight, their shapes changing, shifting, like the desert itself. The burrow, now more than mere space, seems to beckon you, inviting you to enter, to understand its secrets. As you drift through this landscape, the desert's ancient secrets continuing to reveal themselves, one blurring edge at a time, you find yourself drawn deeper into this world, where the boundaries between objects and environment, between life, between past and present, seem to blur, to merge, to disappear. In the burrow's depths, you drift, the warmth around you intensifying, like the desert itself awakening from its slumber. The sand, once so still, hum with life, its grains shifting ever so slightly under your touch. You notice the burrow's walls, their surface once smooth, now bearing intricate patterns, like whispers of the winds etched into the sand. The patterns dance under the moonlight, their shapes changing, shifting, mirroring the desert's ancient secrets. You lean in, the burrow's air cool, quiet, a stark contrast to the night's persistent murmur. The sound once so distant beckon you, its rhythm impossible to ignore. It's a language, a story, waiting to be understood. You find yourself drawn in, the burrow's walls echoing with the call, their surface bearing tiny marks like the tracks of unseen feet. The burrow, once so silent, breathed, its walls pulsating with the desert's life force. You notice the burrow's floor, once so flat, now bearing small dark mounds, their shape unfamiliar, their purpose unknown. They seem to absorb the moonlight, their surface glistening, like tiny moons themselves reflecting the night's quiet light. You reach out, your fingers brushing against the mounds, their touch soft, their surface smooth yet firm. As you drift deeper, the burrow's air grows cooler, its silence more profound. The call, once so persistent, fades, its rhythm slowing, its intensity waning. The burrow, once so beckoning, hesitate, its secrets held close, its stories untold. You find yourself waiting, the burrow's silence now a challenge, its quiet a test of patience. The burrow, once so welcoming, question, its walls echoing with unspoken words, their meaning lost in the calm. In the cool, quiet breath of the burrow, you find yourself drifting, fingertips brushing against the soft, firm mounds. The moon's light barely reaches, casting soft shadows. You lean in, the burrow's air cool still. The call, once so distant, now beckons you, its rhythm impossible to ignore. It's a language, a story, waiting to be understood. The burrow's walls echo with the call, their surface bearing tiny marks like the tracks of unseen feet. The burrow, once so silent, now breathes, its walls pulsating with the desert's life force. You notice the burrow's floor, once so flat, now bearing small, dark mounds, their shape unfamiliar, their purpose unknown. They seem to absorb the moonlight, their surface glistening, like tiny moons themselves reflecting the night's quiet light. Your fingers trace the mounds, their touch soft, their surface smooth yet firm. As you drift deeper, the burrow's air grows cooler, its silence more profound. The call, once so persistent, now fades, its rhythm slowing, its intensity waning. The burrow, once so beckoning, now hesitates, its secrets held close, its stories untold. You find yourself waiting, the burrow's silence now a challenge, its quiet a test of patience. The burrow, once so welcoming, now questions, its walls echoing with unspoken words, their meaning lost in the calm. The tiny mounds, once so still, now stir, their surface shifting like sand on a dune. They seem to respond to your touch, their movements slow, deliberate. You realize these are not mere mounds, but tiny eggs, their surface smooth, yet textured, reflecting the desert's ancient secrets. The eggs, once so silent, now whisper, their surface bearing intricate patterns like the dance of the winds etched into the sand. The patterns change, shift, mirroring the desert's secrets, waiting to be understood. In the calm, your fingers trace the tiny mounds, their surface soft yet firm, like the desert itself. You realize these are not mere mounds but tiny eggs, their surface smooth yet textured, reflecting the desert's ancient secrets. The eggs, once so silent, now whisper, their surface bearing intricate patterns like the dance of the winds etched into the sand. The patterns change, shift, mirroring the desert's ancient secrets, waiting to be understood. As you drift deeper, the burrow's air grows cooler, its silence more profound. The call, once so persistent, now fades, its rhythm slowing, its intensity waning. The burrow, once so beckoning, now hesitates, its secrets held close, its stories untold. You find yourself waiting, the burrow's silence now a challenge, its quiet a test of patience. The burrow, once so welcoming, now questions, its walls echoing with unspoken words, their meaning lost in the calm. The tiny mounds, once so still, now stir, their surface shifting like sand on a dune. They seem to respond to your touch, their movement slow, deliberate. You notice the egg's surface glistening, like tiny moons themselves, reflecting the night's quiet light. Your fingers trace the patterns, their touch gentle, their surface smooth yet firm. The burrow's walls, once so solid, now seem to pulsate, their surface shifting like the desert's life force flowing through them. You notice the burrow's floor, bearing small dark mounds, their shape unfamiliar, their purpose unknown. These seem to absorb the moonlight, their surface glistening, like tiny moons themselves, reflecting the night's quiet light. Your fingers trace the mounds, their touch soft, their surface smooth yet firm. As you drift deeper, the burrow's air grows cooler, its silence more profound. The call, once so persistent, now fades, its rhythm slowing, its intensity waning. The burrow, once so beckoning, now hesitates, its secrets held close, its stories untold. You find yourself waiting, the burrow's silence now a challenge, its quiet a test of patience. The burrow, once so welcoming, now questions, its walls echoing with unspoken words, their meaning lost in the calm. In the calm of the burrow, the egg's surface shimmers like tiny moons reflecting the night's gentle glow. Your fingers trace the patterns, their touch soft, the surface smooth yet firm. As you drift deeper, the burrow's air grows cooler, its silence more profound. The call, once so persistent, now fades, its rhythm slowing, its intensity waning. The burrow, once so beckoning, now hesitates, its secrets held close, its stories untold. You find yourself waiting, the burrow's silence now a test of patience. The burrow's walls, once so solid, now seem to pulsate, their surface shifting like the desert's life force flowing through them. You notice the burrow's floor, no longer flat, but bearing small dark mounds, their shape unfamiliar, their purpose unknown. They seem to absorb the moonlight, their surface glistening, like tiny moons themselves, reflecting the night's quiet light. Your fingers trace the mounds, their touch soft, their surface smooth yet firm. As you explore, you realize these are not mounds, but footprints left by the frog itself, a map of its nocturnal wanderings. These footprints, small and distinct, tell a story. They speak of journeys made under the cloak of night, of paths traced across the desert's open space. They whisper of the frog's search for sustenance, of its quest to find the perfect patch of dung where moths and beetles and insect larvae abound. They hint at the frog's delicate balance with its environment, its every movement a dance with the desert's rhythm. The footprints, like a trail of breadcrumbs, lead you to the burrow's entrance. Here, the night's chill is sharp, the desert's breath cold and dry. The moon hangs low in the sky, its light casting long, soft shadows. You see the frog, its yellowish-brown skin blending with the sand, its small legs moving in a slow, deliberate rhythm. It pauses, as if sensing your presence, then continues its journey, its footprints adding to the story etched in the sand. The frog's journey, like the burrow's secrets, is a tale of survival. It is a story of adaptation, of a creature that has learned to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. It is a tale of resilience, of a species that has endured the desert storms, that has weathered the test of time. It is a story of light, of a creature that has learned to navigate the desert's open space by the moon's gentle glow. As the moon begins to set, the frog's footprints fade, their story told, their journey complete. The burrow, once so silent, now seems to hum with life, its walls echoing with the frog's tale of survival. And you find yourself a part of this story, a witness to the desert's quiet rhythm, a listener to the frog's gentle song. In the cool night air, you notice the moon's gentle glow, a silver whisper on the sand. The desert rain frog, a small yellowish-brown figure, moves deliberately, its tiny mounds of footprints hinting at a journey begun long before your arrival. The frog's skin, firm and soft to the touch, mirrors the desert's surface, blending it seamlessly into its environment. As you follow the frog's path, you reach a cluster of tiny mounds, the remnants of its burrowing activity. The loose sand, soft and cool beneath your fingers, tells a story of constant motion, of a creature that has shaped its world with each passing night. The frog's burrows, tiny entrances barely visible, dot the landscape, each one a testament to the frog's adaptability, its ability to thrive in this harsh environment. The frog pauses, its small legs poised, sensing something in the air. A gentle breeze picks up, carrying with it a faint, high-pitched, squeaking sound. The call of another frog, perhaps a potential mate or a rival warning of its territory. The desert, quiet and still, amplifies the sound, carrying it far and wide, a whisper of life. The frog resumes its journey, drawn by the call, its path now a straight line toward the source. It moves with purpose, its tiny body propelled by legs, each step a testament to its evolutionary journey, a story of survival etched into every muscle, every bone. The frog's habitat, a narrow strip along the western coast of southern Africa, is a delicate web of life, a complex interplay of species, each one dependent on the other for survival. The frog plays a crucial role, its burrowing activities aerating the soil, its predation helping to control insect populations. Yet, this delicate balance is under threat. Open-cast diamond mining and road construction have led to habitat loss, fragmenting the frog's range, once vast and continuous, now a patchwork of isolated pockets. The frog, once abundant, is now scarce, its future uncertain, its story one of resilience in the face of change. As the moon begins to set, the frog's journey comes to an end. Its footprints, once clear and distinct, now fade, their story told, their journey complete. The burrow, once so silent, now seems to hum with life, its walls echoing with the frog's tale of survival. And you find yourself a part of this story, a witness to the desert's quiet rhythm, a listener to the frog's gentle song. The soft glow of the fading moonlight illuminates the burrow's entrance, gradually shifting from deep umber to faint gray. You feel a gentle drift, as if the burrow itself is breathing in harmony with the earth's quiet pulse. The walls, once smooth and firm, now ripple like the surface of a calm lake disturbed by a whisper. The burrow's air carries a faint, earthy scent, reminiscent of freshly turned earth after a spring rain. This scent speaks of cycles, seasons turning, and time passing. Subtle changes appear in the burrow's walls, with small, irregular bumps dotting their surface, like tiny, irregular pearls strung together. These are the frog's eggs, small and fragile, yet resilient. They're part of a path that's been walked before, a path that's part of a much larger journey. The eggs are unformed frogs, waiting for the right moment, the right signal. They wait for the earth to warm, for the sun to rise, for the rain to fall. The burrow is a place of transformation, where the old gives way to the new, and the past meets the future. It's a place where time is fluid and history is tangible. You're a witness, a listener, a participant in the calm, unending collection of life. You're still adrift in the desert night, the moon's gentle glow now a familiar companion. The burrow, a shelter anymore. It's a womb, nursery, a place where time is fluid, where history is tangible. You notice the walls are not as smooth as before. Small, irregular bumps dot their surface like tiny, irregular pearls strung together. These are the frog's eggs, small and fragile, yet resilient. They're not alone in their journey. They don't know it yet. They're on a path that's been walked before, a path that's part of a much larger journey. Eggs. They're not just eggs. They're tiny, unformed frogs waiting for the right moment, the right signal, waiting for the earth to warm, for the sun to rise, for the rain to fall. They're waiting, just as the burrow is waiting, just as the earth is waiting for the cycle to continue, for the interaction of life to go on. But the burrow, about waiting, it's about listening too. Listen closely. The burrow has a voice. It's a voice that's quiet but not silent. It's a voice that speaks in squeaks, in high-pitched whispers. It's the voice of the frog, the voice of the desert rain frog. The frog, a frog. It's a communicator, a storyteller. It tells tales and squeaks and high-pitched whispers. The frog's body, a body. It's a factory, a workshop. It's a place where sounds are made, where squeaks are born. The frog's larynx, a larynx. It's a tiny, intricate machine. It's a machine that vibrates, that shakes, that creates sound waves. The sound waves, they're not just waves. They're signals, they're messages. They're the frog's way of speaking, of communicating. The frog's sound. A sound, it's a part of the frog's life, a part of its story. It's a part of the desert's harmony, a harmony that plays every night, a harmony that speaks of life, of love, of survival. The sound, a part of the desert's song. And you're part of this song now. You're a listener, a participant in the calm, unending collection of life. The desert rain frog's gentle whispers fade into the night, and you find yourself drifting through the sandy expanse, the cool air sharing its gentle rhythms. The sand, like an untainted canvas, stretches out under the starlit sky, each grain a testament to time's slow passage. You notice the footprints, tiny imprints left by the frog's tiny feet, a silent map of its nocturnal journey. The desert, once teeming with life, now bears witness to its quiet retreat, a fading away into the moonlit night. The burrow, a quiet refuge, stands as a reminder of the frog's temporary absence. It's a space carved out by the frog's tiny body, a haven from the harsh desert sun. The burrow tells stories of waiting, of patience. It's a narrative of survival, of a life lived at the edge, a constant dance with the unknown. But the burrow is more than just a shelter. It's a sanctuary, a place where sounds are nurtured, where gentle melodies are born. The frog's larynx, a tiny, intricate machine, vibrates, creates gentle sound waves that carry messages, signals of need, of connection. The desert listens. It hears the whispers, the soft calls. It hears the frog's story, a tale of survival, of a life lived in harmony. The desert offers refuge, shelter, a place to find solace from the harsh realities of life on the surface. The desert is a partner in this gentle dance, this silent melody of life and coexistence. But the desert is not just a place, it's the frog's home. It's life. The sand, the burrow, the dunes, they're all part of the frog's ecosystem, a complex web of life and give and take. The frog needs the desert, and the desert needs the frog. They're bound together in a dance as old as time itself. As you drift through the desert night, you notice the frog's absence, a stillness in the collection of life. The frog is the desert, its story, its gentle calls, they're the desert song, a song that plays every night, a song that speaks of life, of connection, of survival. And you're this song now. You're a listener, a participant in the calm, unending collection of life. As the night deepens, you are drifting through the desert, the sand's cool embrace against your skin. The stillness is a moment of nothingness. It's a silence, a quiet that's almost tangible, a pause in the collection of life. The wind whispers through the dunes, carrying the scent of distant rain. The wind wanders, a vagabond in the night, and as it does, it brushes against the entrance of a burrow. A faint, high-pitched squeak escapes, a secret shared between the frog and the earth. The burrow is a factory, a workshop where sounds are made, where squeaks are born. The frog's larynx vibrates, shakes, creating sound waves that carry messages, signals of threat, of danger, of love. The frog hears these whispers, these high-pitched calls, and responds, offering refuge, shelter, a place to hide from the harsh realities of life on the surface. But the frog waits patiently for the right moment, the right conditions. It waits for the rains, for the earth to soften, for the world to change. And when the time is right, it emerges, a tiny, sand-covered sentinel, ready to mate, to pass on its story, its survival, to the next generation. The mating season is a time of change, a time of hope. The male frog calls out, a high-pitched squeak, a love song to the desert, a collection of survival. The female hears, she responds, a quiet, soft call, a whisper of acceptance, of readiness. They meet underground in the cool, dark embrace of the earth, a place where time has little meaning, a place where the past and the future blur into the present. The female lays her eggs, a clutch of tiny, delicate orbs, each one a story waiting to begin. The male fertilizes them, a gentle touch, a soft caress, a passing on of his story, his survival to the next generation. And then they wait together for the eggs to hatch, for the new life to emerge, for the cycle to begin again. The wind watches, it waits, it understands. It knows the story of the frog, the story of life, the story of survival. And as the night deepens, as the silence grows, you are drifting through the desert, a silent witness to the frog's story, a tale of patience, of waiting, of a life lived at the edge, a constant dance with danger. The burrow is a factory, a workshop where sounds are made, where squeaks are born, where life begins anew. The wind listens, it responds, it understands. It's a partner in this dance, this silent collection of life. A dance as old as time itself. As the night deepens, you are floating through the desert, a silent witness to the frog's story, a tale of patience, of waiting, of a life lived at the edge, a constant dance with danger. But the burrow, it's more than just a shelter. It's a workshop where sounds are made, where life begins anew. The female frog, she listens, she responds, she understands. She is a partner in this dance, this collection of life. A dance as old as time itself. She waits, her body still, her mind quiet, her world reduced to the gentle touch of her mate, the soft caress of her eggs, the faint heartbeat of her unborn young. She waits, and the desert waits with her, the harsh winds hushed, the scorching sun banished, the relentless heat tempered by the cool embrace of the earth. Time slows, stretches, bends to the rhythm of the desert, to the rhythm of the frog's life, a rhythm as ancient as the stars above. The night, it's not just a time, it's a place, a refuge, a sanctuary where the frog can be herself, where she can live, where she can survive. The desert, it's not just a land, it's a song of survival, a song of life, a song of the desert's heart. And as the night deepens, as the silence grows, you notice the absence of noise, the silence of the night, the quiet of the desert, the stillness of the burrow, the pause. It's as if the world has taken a breath, a long, deep breath, and held it, waiting, waiting for the dawn, waiting for the cycle to begin again. But for now, there is only stillness, only silence, only the quiet, steady beat of the frog's heart, a rhythm of life, a rhythm of survival, a rhythm of the desert's soul. Sleep well. As the night deepens, the desert's breath held, waiting for the dawn, so too does the desert rain frog, its heart a steady rhythm in the silence. The burrow, a sanctuary from the harsh exterior, is now the frog's entire world. The eggs, a cluster of tiny fragile lives, wait in the cool damp earth, their development a slow, steady march towards life. The frog, its mate, a silent partner in this dance of survival, listens to the quiet collection of the desert night, the faint rustle of insects, the distant hoot of an owl, the soft patter of sand grains shifting under the moon's gentle touch. The frog's skin, a canvas of yellowish-brown, blends seamlessly with the sand, a testament to the frog's ancient lineage. It's a masterpiece of adaptation. The frog's body, stout and robust, is a marvel of efficiency, a machine designed by the forces of nature. The frog's senses, acute and honed by evolution, are tuned to the desert's harmony. The faintest whisper of a moth's wings signals a meal. The softest vibration in the sand hints at danger. The frog's hearing and sense of touch are not mere tools, but extensions of its consciousness, a web of perception that stretches out into the desert night, a web that the frog navigates with an innate, instinctual grace. But now, as the night reaches its zenith, the frog too pauses. Its senses quieted, its body still. The frog's life, a relentless march of survival, now takes a moment, a breath, a pause. The frog's world, a collection of survival, now fades into a quiet, a silence, a nothingness. The frog's heart, a rhythm of life, now beats softly, gently, a lullaby sung to the desert's cradle. As we come to the end of our journey through the desert night, through the life of the desert rain frog, let us too take a breath. Let us too pause. Let the desert's harmony soften. Let us let the frog's rhythm fade. For now, rest is enough. Sleep well and good night.